Imagine you retire in January with $1 million portfolio. By March, the market's down 30%. You now have $700,000. The 4% rule says you keep withdrawing $40,000 a year anyways. Does that sound like a good plan to you? I believe a good withdrawal rule would adjust when the market crashes. It would allow you to pull less when times are bad and pull more when times are good. But the original 4% rule, it doesn't work that way. It just assumes a fixed amount adjusted for inflation. Here's the problem. The 4% rule was designed around historical worst case scenarios. It said that if you withdrew 4% of your portfolio and adjusted it with inflation every year, you would have survived 30 years even with the worst time periods in history. But survived does not mean thrived, and it definitely doesn't mean you felt good about it. If you retire into a bad market and keep withdrawing the same amount, you'll be selling shares at low prices every month just to cover your expenses. Those shares are gone. They don't get the chance to recover, and your portfolio will shrink faster than projected. Every future withdrawal you make takes a bigger bite of what's left. The 4% rule doesn't tell you to pause. It doesn't tell you to pull from a different account. It doesn't tell you to cut spending temporarily. It says take 4%, adjust that number for inflation, and hope that the math works out. That's not a strategy. That's a formula running on autopilot. Here's how I think about it. A well-designed portfolio is meant for turbulence, just like an airplane, but you still need to know what to do when turbulence hits. You don't just keep cruising like nothing happens. A real withdrawal strategy adapts. It knows when to pull back, when to tap into cash reserves instead, and when to adjust spending so that you're not locking in permanent damage. The 4% rule, it doesn't do that. And if you retire into a bad market, that gap can cost you significantly. Follow me for more on building a withdrawal strategy that adapts instead of the one that just hopes for the best.